Yeah. Shush up. Oh, that light is in the wrong way on the camera because I can see it. Hello, hello. Welcome in to the welcome to the little disaster that could on the last Sunday of the year, the 28th of December in the year of the 2025. Holy fluffs. We have done a lot of sewing. We've made a lot of shit. We're running late 2 days in a row. I don't like this. I even set the show late because I knew I was not going to be on time and I still fluffed it up. Oh, that is horrible. Welcome. We're no better than we were most days. A disaster we are. Better late than never, and the show must go on. Yeah. How's everybody doing? What's going on? What am I reading? What Phoenix, do you know how to talk? No, but where are you? You are piling on seats in the nosebleed, in up close for the daring.
Let's talk more sewing.
The rabble rousing peanut gallery has said used to do yeah, sewing because we do that shit because we make stuff because we're not one of those fancy button pushing channels. We are 2 centuries ago with some of our tech, with the workhorses that could. Oh yeah, okay. Don't get distracted, Phoenix. Oh right, you are at Phoenix Electric Circus, cause yeah, that's me. This is MISO, MISO, MISO. You are at MISO, MISO. Phoenix, what the fluff are you doing? Oh, that's right. I was thinking about the finishings for what angle is this? Try that one instead. No, just hollow mouse. I guess I could zoom out on that camera a little bit, but what would the fun in that be? Phoenix, where are you? I'm right here. How are you? I'm still an air breather. How about you? Oh, yes. So, the skirt that I have been working on, we did the box pleats in. I held it up and it comes just under knee length. And I was like, I think I want it just a little bit longer. You know what we haven't added to this yet? Ruffles. You know what I didn't grab from the other room and cut up in preparation? Fabric for ruffles. Great. But I think I knew what fabric I'm going to use. I think I'm going to cut 6 yard, six, 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 6 1 yard strips, 7 inches high. That felt way harder to get out than it should have. Wow, we do know how to enunciate and use good diction sometimes. What Phoenix? What were you getting? What were you blabbering on about? Yeah, but I left this fabric. I'm gonna use this fabric, but I left the roll in the other room and didn't cut it this morning or last night. But in the meantime, I've decided on this package of antique acetate seal brown hem facing to apply to the front center section because I pulled buttons for the waistband that also has not yet been applied. I know I've been teasing about using the buttonholer again, which I need to, but you know what I also didn't cut? Extra fat. Dad, do you want to just go grab rolls of fabric for me from the other room so I can pretend I know what I'm doing? No, never mind. Um, I'm just going to make sure I have enough of the bias sewn strips and use those as button loops. Some of them are going to be decorative towards the bottom because they won't need to get into those buttons to get in and out of said skirt. But as your girl keeps forgetting and then remembering, if you're wearing a structured garment, yeah, I need a way to get in and out of stuff because measurements at some places don't are not amenable to getting themselves around other curves. So I am going to apply this to the one side that's going to have the buttons. Then I'm going to faff around, see if I can find some of the stuff that we already sewn. Let's do some crinkling. Let's load some thread. Let's pretend that we know what we're doing. I need a foot. Yes. Nope, not that foot today. Take my. There you go. Just one plain old bog standard, amazing presser foot. Still. Are we? Where are we? Oh, just needed to touch my hoard today. Stuff that jingles. So yeah, probably not going to be working on the Mummers project right now because these gauntlets on that project are not amenable. I mean, I guess the backside is, but all right, let's pop back over here. Yes, we have the most amazing workers and lurkers, and we never expect anybody to spend time out of their day doing stuff with us in the background, especially over the holiday weekends, because people do stuff. Let's, you are out of here. What I did is spend way too much, not way too much time, but it's on a sleep have been on a don't want to go to bed kick. And last night okay, there we go. Sorry, can't see trying to thread. Black on black on black, just like my heart and just like my no, is anybody out there? If I ask a question, let me know if you have an answer. Phoenix, no, you should be careful saying things like that. Yes. Where was I? Oh, right. I'm all right. In my way, you're touching the wrong place. You're not right. Okay, sit up straight. Why is your butt uncomfortable? That's your. All right. We are to the threading of the needle. You just kidding, right? Yes, darn it. Okay, come on. Just play nice with me today. This is the penultimate show of the year, and you don't look like we know what we're doing or how to do what we know what we're doing. Do you just get yourself where you're supposed to be? Let me trim the tip again. See if I can really make a nice angle on it. Why are you beating your tail over there like that? Who said you could do that, dude? Come on, come on. Oh, I know. Not only have I been late the past 2 days, I been hardly on the computer. Didn't do any promotion. Just depending on weirdos. Oh my god, this is like painful to me. Come on. How embarrassing. There. Oh, thank God. All right. Let's open up this crinkly package of Wright's Trims all acetate bias hem facing 3 yards. Oh, this originally cost 29 cents in number 115 seal brown number 92. Yes, we are colorfully adding facing to our button plackets, some of which will be faux buttons, some of which will be really functional buttons. But through the magic of sewing, only we will know which are which. All right, let's do this. Hey, Brea, oh, who's torturing you? Does it smell like old nail polish? Oh, it does. The lovely fragrance that is acetate finishes as they age, because acetate sounds like acetone, and you'd be correct in surmising that there might be some chemical similarities between the two. Most notably is noticed with the volatile coming off of it. Those volatile organic compounds. Okay, no spilly. Don't have my new safety cup. Do I have coffee mustache though? You know, sometimes we give ourselves a coffee stash and just need to fix. Are your fingers relatively dry and somewhat cleaner? Yes. Oh, I do have the buttons that I pulled. I was thinking about you guys when I was doing stuff yesterday. Get these. I was just rummaging around the Bouton stash. And I pulled these 5. Yes, 3 and 2. Oh, no. We probably want to be more that way. I also have the button container close to hand. Oh, we could. You know what? Maybe we will before. Oh, that is really questionable life choices. There will be one more perusal through the button tin just to make sure that, just to see if we have any more of these buttons, because more is better. They are for the bling and somewhat for the function. Freya first. Why don't you come sit a little close? Come a little closer now. We're gonna be stitching real good. And because we are always over the top, I want the contrast to be on the outside. And I'm planning on doing some fancy higgery-piggery stuff when it comes to the loop section, because I'm gonna take the loops, put them on, stitch them, and then cover that. We're gonna try something fancy. So I am just going to be able to when the time comes. I'm just, while I'm down here, looking, because right where I'm going to attach ruffles, there's going to be ruffles. I just don't like the length, and Phoenix, I don't like ruffles and want to look like a giant cupcake. Also, Phoenix in the next breath. Oh my god, I'm so cute. And all the ruffles, please. So, yeah, but I don't like. I love it. And yes, I actually, I'm just gonna start where I attach the ruffle. Everything else is gonna be covered over when I stitch this line and then flip it, and then this is gonna be on the outside, and this is already pre-made with the fold, so I just need to follow the lines. Okay, let's get sewing. Less bitching. Can we have some stitching today, Phoenix? We shall see. I can't. Phoenix, you don't stitch with your legs crossed. And what kind of sitting is this? You not. Okay, let's big stretch. Oh, oh, crinkly crinkles. Ow. Let's get her stitched. Don't touch me there. All right, let's try this. Okay. Back in stitches. And this is completely decorative, and because we just needed more. We've got so much decorations in our stash. We are preparing for, as if we weren't over embellished before. Welcome to next level. This is like the boss round of shopping your stash and over ornamentation. Does a goodly amount of stash mean grabbing stuff to make more stuff? Yes. This was, what did we say, 3 yards? So I do have enough for the other side. Triminy, trim, triminy, trim, trim, true. I need my snips. I will use you. Just took a little snip. I'm going to set this around. We're just going to set this one aside because I cannot attach it yet until we have our button stitch sorted, which means finishing this side, looking through the button bin, and then so now I'm just going to open this towards the right side, finger press along, because we're not anti-pressing. We just don't usually use irons to do it. And hello, because he says, right meow, it is time. I guess it's yarning for some coffee. No, that didn't really work, Phoenix. Yeah, I see you, boys and girls. I see you, felines and friends. Just hearing stuff. All of my devices have no battery. Why? Where did the the battery life got sucked out of all the devices today? The day. Oh, Phoenix, we should not even put those words out there. I was going to change and add an over-the-top contrast color for the top stitching. You know what? It doesn't matter because I think we're gonna add. We'll do the 2 rows of top stitching to initially hold everything down in black, and then we'll see what that I did not rethink what I was doing all today and didn't grab the stash tin, the stash tub closer, but so I am just pretending I can see. I just have the presser thing. Oh gosh, that was terrible. Let's try this again. Move this up here. So I'm at the top of the waistband on this selvage edge. I am just one presser foot in from the edge. Gonna do a row of top stitching, and here's the placket. I guess, can we call this a placket to the butt? We're going to deem this portion of the skirt band the button placket. And on this half, buttons are going to be stitched. On the other half is going to have a combination of functional and non-functional decorative button loops, because there's parts of your skirt you would like to keep closed, and other parts you need to open. As dressing. I'm trying to not have too much of the base fabric peeking through. Did I sew any stitches? No. Hey, Bobbin, you're the culprit. Why are you not? Why are you letting me down like that? You know, I keep showing that this is one of these fancy vertical shuttle bobbins that you load into this fantastical little bullet bobbin, and then you just load it into the slide arm. Words. Alright. I'm just making sure everything is where I want it to be. Do I care that we are stitching with white bobbin thread? Nope. Doesn't matter. Me right now. If it mattered, I would make sure I changed it. Alright, let's actually get some stitches stitched. Well, it's just as well that I didn't really care for some of the placement of those previous stitches because they didn't actually do anything. But take my stitches, I do my back stitching, because I don't believe folks who say, oh, those old machines didn't have a backstitch function. I don't think they were smart enough to figure out how to lock their stitches. I'm gonna call foul, I think. Maybe they really didn't, but you know what? I do it because I can. Oh, it's so short. Which is why we're gonna add the ruffles. Grab the fabric, cut it. You know, I think I'm going to just carry on my stitches over this yellow ribbon. It'll look nice and uniform, and then I'm at the other folded edge, and I'm just going to stitch it all down. Huzzah, contrasting but bouton plaqué. Doo -doo. Just gonna double check what's going on because I'm up at the top, near the top edge again, and I don't want to fluff up my box pleats, so I'm looking underneath, making sure everything remains nicely tucked that all the corresponding pieces where they're supposed to be. So that line edges finishes up real nicely. Drop your shoulders, sit up straight. Oh, we got happy stitches, happiest stitches. And there we go. There's the bottom, there's the top, the side, with the newly applied buttons. Or, nope, I'm facing for button placket. And I think I'm going to. We need a little bit more. So I wonder. The question. Oh, because I still use those later. Nope, I thought I was going to be marginally organized and put all my ribbons back in the other tub. So that I don't have. What? All right. So okay, where's the button? Button. Who's got the button? Oh, no. Scratchy Daddy. Fortunately, nope, they actually fell into the plastic tub, so they're all self-contained. Which is kind of like, how often does that happen? That you spill the bead or button tin into a container with enclosed sides and self-contained rather than all over the carpeted floor, and you're trying to pick up and decide, do I need these ones, or is it okay for the vacuum fairy to just take this offering? All right, so script ixnay on the button A. Those. Let's. Why not? Because we don't have. Oh, let me just. That was quite the Phoenix. What is our camera angle on this camera? Because. Hands. All right, stop being. Oh no, that's right. This is my sew, and I'm so vain. Yes, yes, I do think this sew is about me. So, whoever the person that thank you to whoever cut up most of the pieces for this block, because you know what I was not looking forward to when I saw this gift? Cutting up all the pieces. Alright, this one has got something funny. I've not opened up this packet that has the applique motifs, but that's fine. We'll get to that part when I get to that part. What I did do, as I said earlier, was open up each of these packets, look at the map, and try to suss together who needs to be stitched where. And I thought that we'd just pick one and see how much sewing we could get done. If I was smart, I would pick the one that somebody even did most of the stitching on, but what would the fun in that be? And then there's this one that is not organized yet. It is a combination of two blocks, so maybe you can help me try to put this puzzle together in a little bit. But I'm not ready for that one yet. So let's just grab this one. All right, let's say you packet. All right, so this is again. How old is this? This Does this have a copyright? Because of course it does. I don't know. I guess I should. I guess because of the copyright and people's block things, I won't. We won't. Whatever. Eh, who's who's watching and coming after this shit show? All right. Did I? Oh yes. So I looked at the map, kind of looked at the directions, and saw from the pieces that whoever before had cut this, kind of started to organize and get a sewing plan together. I do not, oh, nobody's, we do have people here, but I don't understand why they want you to do some of the stitching a certain way. So I'm just gonna disregard and we're just gonna do it my way because I'm sewing it and I have to enjoy doing it or I'm not gonna like it. The process. Pins, yeah. I guess we're quilting, so I'm just gonna do a scant 1/4 inch or like 3 millimeter seam. And this, most of these start with these, what are these, half square triangles applied to a central square motif. So they have you like sew two and then two on the one and then the opposite one. I'm gonna say fluff that and we're just gonna sew all of these in a square because why not? I am being thoughtful and I know that there's a little overlap on the sides, so I'm accounting for that. I lifted the needle all the way up so that it is not piercing, and now I'm going to... What? Do you have ants in your pants? Somebody is getting warmed up for their next performance. It is going to be full of vim, vigor, and zoom. So you best be prepared because pretty soon, meow, it will be the time. Meow is the place. Oops, for me to stab myself with my snips again. So I'm just taking the tip of the snips and purposefully placing that corner piece on the needle. Thank you. That should be much more successful now that I'm not on the carpet and Hooper Duper's not shouldn't spill my cup over. Oh, do you want to plug this device in because this one needs to get plugged into. All the devices are need juice. Juice me, juice me. Cause then when I'm done, oh, is that why you don't do it retarded like I did? No. Oh, there was a reason. Okay. Okay. Well, at least we've learned now. I am going to now proceed to rip this all apart. Okay, maybe the quilter who wrote this pattern did know something, and I didn't. Welcome to Sometimes We Sew, Sometimes We Unsew. Just not very helpful when we're trying to make sure that we've seamed that there are no loose seams and do I? Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna follow their directions and sew the opposite sides because then I can hold everything open and get it lined up and then sew the next ones. Well, now that we've learned that lesson, that there is a reason why you can't do it the way I wanted to. can make sure I sit up straight and engage my core. Because good posture. Okay. So there, now it looks like a little house. And gonna set the other side. Just reset that tension. I know, are people people have big plans for New Year's? I'm probably gonna be not probably. I'm gonna be here. We're gonna have a show at our normal time. What else are we gonna do? Cause consistency. Oops, something was fluffed up like a dinglebat. Don't be a dinglebat fluff. Bit. Finger press. Okay, now I can sew. Did I? Phoenix, where did you just put the for fluff's sake? Alright, sew this one and then see what else we can do. Because I'm gonna be stuck without that piece that I just had. I once had 4 pieces to a block. I once had 4 pieces to a block. Turned my head to look at what I thought was the clock, and then I lost a piece of my block. Where is it? There it is. Sometimes you just need to sing it a little song. Some of these are cut on, I'm not gonna pull too hard. Some of these are cut on the bias, some are on the straight. Things are trying to just be whatever, so. Square who? Careful, yes. Oh, I was so excited when I told the members. I was like, I'm so actually really looking forward to this part of this, and I'm very glad I didn't have to go through and cut up all of the pieces to this point. I know, and then you're saying to yourself, I see you in the back with the you scratching your head like, but Phoenix, aren't you being like, come on, this is the exact same stuff on a tiny scale. And why is this not horrible? Because you trim afterwards and it's little, and there's so many that people aren't paying attention. And you're like, Phoenix, isn't this basically the same? Yeah, I know, just shush up. It's different in my head. All right, we've sewn this piece, and I think next we go across this way. And we're gonna do, I guess we're gonna do the same sewing technique. Just gonna go through and give everything a good finger press. Half of them in, half of them out. Why? Because that looks kind of like the way I, oh. If I was being fancy, I would have thought like Jess and the other quilters here show up thinking about the wrong side so that the seams all folded all in the same direction, but whatever. And I'm gonna go out on a limb that I guess these little triangle doggy ears are just, they just happen. Like, and I guess I could trim all those off, but you know what? I don't care. We're just following the map and stitching. What do you think you are doing besides being... He can't... Oh, yeah. No necklace, no outside. Alright, so there's that one. Now we're this one. We're just gonna work our way through. Other stuff I didn't grab the material. Oh, he asked me if he could help me with stuff, and I was like, could you grab those 3 rolls of fabric? You heard me ask him. Oh, it's so cold in here. Kind of thinking, because everybody's been doing those quilt coats. It feels wrong to cut up a perfectly good quilt, but if we have these blocks, what if we constructed them intentionally that way? I was just intentionally thinking about which way I wanted that seam slipped over, so. All right, in the same direction. No, can't believe that people are these purposeful secondhand craft stores. I don't have one by me, and that's debating whether that's a good thing or not, but we got plenty of stuff. Okay, just thinking about those seams again, but Phoenix, it's okay because somebody's going to be looking. If you fluff it up. I think what we're doing is just taking a center, just making bigger and bigger squares. What's wrong with my tension? I don't know. Whatever. It's slow Saturday. It's not Saturday, it's Sunday. I really would like to be avoiding. I'm afraid I have to work tomorrow. Wouldn't mind just not dealing with people, but I'm pretty sure that's not my destiny. Alright. By those pieces done. What is the next section? These side rectangles. Oh, right. Now I'm just going to sew, because I did. I'm just going to sew all these little triangles that are all lined up together, and I'm just going to sew them on a little strip, all one run through all. Oh, Phoenix, why are you? Don't do that. I'm gonna stitch them all together, but in one long chain, but I am going to back stitch at the beginning and end of each little unit. Yeah, because the fabric was mostly all cut. I just needed to go through, understand the map, and then look at my piece. Look at the pre-prepared pieces to see who's supposed to go where and in what order are you supposed to do shit. And here we are. And I like this having all the strips of things because I'm prone to lose. If I don't know, the same way I do my tiny crochet motifs all on one strip where I lose all of them and not just one of them. Because I know me. And this way is slightly more phoenix proof than other ways. You just need to find the way that works for you. Doesn't matter to me. Hello, Allie. Welcome, welcome. And so when you show us the parts ding putting the chain together, maybe they're outside. So it will probably be a while before we get to the attack. Oh, well, never mind. Loki, we didn't even get that far yet. Yet. Okay. It's too cold. You decided after. Okay, let me get back to the chat. Oh, you could have jeopardized the cat's fun, maybe. Oh, yeah, you said it. You summoned this into creation, Haley. The words barely got out of my mouth, and you asked, Loki was here, decided, I have come to mesmer you. But it was that cold, you didn't want. It's a good thing we're not doing our fine sewing right now. Okay. And with that, on that note, the cat came back the very next day, and the cat came. You are my master. Yeah, seriously. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. He was staring right into. He's like, please, can you compel her to open up my snack sack? Please, please. Yeah. How dare you? Weren't ready quite yet. Food offensive was a failure. We didn't have enough little strips hanging to be an effective enticement yet. I know, I feel. Don't tell Jess that I'm putting together. We're doing quilt blocks. I don't think that pretty sure I think I'm gonna turn this into a jacket. I don't know. I have no idea. Right now it's like all you have to do is assemble these pieces. You don't have to know. But you're that I don't. Oh, I do know that little my little foot blankie. Because the wrought iron treadle is cold on my woolen toes. Because do people wear shoes, like outside shoes on their treadle machines? Even with my electrics, with the foot pedal, like, there shall be no shoeeth, no, only stockinged feet, only stockinged feet sit to stitch for me. I don't even like to wear my slippers. There's something I just need I don't know. Thought of shoes between my feet and the sewing just doesn't work in my head. And I guess that is all of those ones. And then there's these other triangle ones. And then I think I sew. Okay. So is there a way that I'm supposed to? Okay. Oh, Ellie, could be a garment, any sort. Could be a tea cozy, could be a handkerchief for a lady, could be a bag, it could be anything. This is very true. That is good, because I was kind of thinking for the center. Oh, I should. Yeah. I was thinking of taking the center applique section, because that would, and doing that on a skirt. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Right now we're just assembling these pieces. Ooh, a topper for a cat bed. Ooh. You have to make it up to them somehow, right? You fluffed up, so now I need to make a cat bed. I don't know how the arrangement. I don't know how I'm winning on this arrangement, sir. I do know that somehow Dove picked me a rose the rose bushes are still blooming. Had one last bloom that he brought in for me this morning. Okay, can I do these at the same time? Next are these funny little triangle blocks. And that I think up like this. Let me stitchy. I'm sure all these shapes have words. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Jess was here. She or other people could tell us what all of these quilting shapes are. I just know these triangle pieces applied to triangle pieces. And then I've got solid little squares for the corner pieces. Now, I can't. All right, never mind. Do I need to like open it like that and then? Let me just. Okay, so I can kind of sew them as like I wanted. All right, we can do this. There's a tornado in Illinois right now, and Tommy had to put on the AC in Wyoming where she was. Oh my goodness, I did hear that it was super warm in some places, and then there's New York has got ice and snow, and what did I see? They were seeing possibly 30-foot waves on Lake Ontario. Like, what the windstorm is that? Now, you I'm surprised. Oh, you don't have any roses too. Why can't you have nice flowers in the winter? Like, oh, here, just to be, just 'cause. Oh, there's no cats in here. I'll just set her up there like that. And she smells so good. Feels so mean just having this rose sitting here, but it's my rose, it's my so. And I'm so vain. I thought I needed to stitch with the scents of roses wafting into my olfactory glands. Cranial nerve 2 need. I know! This is my huge rose. Sometimes she's got a little bit more pink. Today she's this picture. You are officially jealous. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, here, let me make sure I did the flower full justice. She's so oh in all of her beauty shot. Alright. Yeah, we don't need to see into there. You don't need to see what's going on over there with that camera. Get back there. Alright. Oh, Phoenix, you should pretend that you know how to host a show after all these years. What are you doing, creepy goers? Oops, don't drop my pieces because... Yeah. Oh, you wish you could rub your nose in it seriously. Yes. And because it's been just cold enough that there's no ants or like bugs in there, like in the summertime roses. This rose is free of bugs because cooler temperatures. Okay, Freya, what are you doing, Freya Froofers? Are you gonna come over and say hello? I wish you could stuff your nose into this too because it smells really, really good. Okay, just here for science. Yup, amazing. Oh, December roses, the scent of them just a little bit different from those May and June roses, even from the same plant. I'm gonna go with the temperatures, just change the chemical structure, some of those volatile organic compounds just enough to be just something, something. What is there we go. I'm glad I was smart enough to figure out how to read this quilt map because I've never had to read a quilt map before. But we were smart enough. It's so funny that my brain, I'm still like stuck on how I don't think I would have enjoyed cutting out all these pieces, but I like doing them differently on the tiny version. Yeah, those claws are making new plans. Yes, they are. The cats need. Oh, everybody needs their nails did. I am. Ugh. Oh, one triangle left to go. Quiltography, yes. Just like, oh, I'm gonna forget the French woman who made the little quilts that were like full-size quilts for old-fashioned little beds. They had the maps on them for the French Resistance. Yes, quiltography. Oops. I'm gonna stitch that again because I ripped a stitch. Yeah, I guess we should just keep that notion in our heads. Hopefully we don't need it anytime soon, but just keep that thought of what those words mean. Quiltography. All right, well, if this I wonder how many of these little packets we are going to be able to get all stitched up. Oh, Ellie. Oh, oh my gosh, you have held one of those large maps and the smallest type. Oh, wow. You have had such an interesting and eclectic set of opportunities. Oh, the little silk one. Oh, fancy and tiny. Just like you, Phoenix. Just like you. Was this had this silk shattered yet, or was it still intact? And yeah, that's my one of, oh, I love silk, but the way it breaks down over time. Okay. I need a back. I need to bring me a back stitch. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay. We've got that. All right, let's look at this map here. And it looks like to those long sides that I did, I'm going to attach one of these little. Ah, the silk was pristine because it was parasilk. Okay. And yeah, that one definitely needs to be differently versatile to be able to withstand being packaged, unpackaged, and make sure you don't rip. No dying during your jumps. Okay, guess now I should start separating so we can do a quick finger press to all these little blocks here. Parachutes. Yep, those paragliders, they need to make sure that their silk chutes always opened and remain durable. Was it actually silk or was it it wasn't they hadn't gotten to using like a rayon or a nylon? Because I thought later they've got more different technical fabrics. Those poor little silkworms just spinning over time their little cocoons like we are going to make sure that folks can jump out of airplanes and helicopters and not go curse splat. I think I'm supposed to pay attention when I attach these, that they all go, that the colors coordinate. Words are hard right now. Why? Why, Phoenix? Why? Real silk, rayon, etc. was used for the gun packs. Okay. That makes kind of sense in my brain because you need something that's just gonna be different. Oh, why? Oh, that's right. That is why there were no women's nylons in World War II. No, you had to draw on your stocking hem with your eyeliner until even that couldn't be gotten a hold of, and you took some ash or some other things to just draw it up the back of your calf. Not wearing stockings, but I'll make it look like I am. Hey, Pooper Duper, are you done already? Hey, let me take your tags off in case you run in front of the camera, because not everybody needs to see your cat tags. Oh, I am. Oh, did I stop it? Hold on. What did I do? Okay. Just trying to embiggen the screen, the camera a little bit, because I'm not doing such fine up close work right now. There we go. Oh, women would turn them in for the war effort, right? But we made sure we had no nylons, but red lipstick. Yes, yes, yes. These color choices are not what I would have. That's so funny. I love these materials, but not for blankets. Phoenix weirdo. Um, and then like this. Yeah, because this the same, this the same. All right, we'll do one side, then we won't lose our pieces and zip up the other side. Oh, Ellie, I just have to say the cats might wreck the rose in its present location. Yes, you are probably correct, and thank you for the safety meeting and reminding me of my negligence and high risk for disaster. Was all fun and games while they were outside, and I know they couldn't fluff up my set, but you're right. Now I'm just asking for water to be was asking for water on the sewing machine, and we don't need that. My God, who's gonna tell Jess all these quilt blocks we're sewing today? Am I a quilter? Am I a quilter yet? And what part of sewing a quilt makes one a quilter? Is it the actual quilting? Is it the piecing of the quilt tops? Is it any stage of it? Like, oh, not that I don't care. I just make whatever I want when I want because I want to make it. but I am kind of enjoying doing these four so then I can double check to make sure all the pieces are lined up and I'm not accidentally sewing a square on an error in its orientation. What are you guys doing? You were like out, you were hardly outside. I know, you guys, we woke up and there was ice where there was any standing water, so it was kind of chilly this morning. Is that four? No, one, two trees. There's number four. One, two, three. Four. These tones just blend into each other, and oh no, what did I... Oh, hey, Pooper Duper. The Quilt Mafia have classifications. A quilter is the one that finishes a quilt with the top, bottom, and back, and proper trim. So you can't improperly trim your quilt. You're not a quilter if you've improperly trimmed. So the sashings and all the... Don't be a shithead over there to her. There's enough room for both of you. Make the right choice, Pooper Duper. Well, it's a good thing I don't identify as a quilter. I don't know. Then I'm just gonna go through and make sure everything I do is improperly trimmed. They say bias binding in 1 inch. We're gonna do blanket binding in 3. I don't know. I do know I need to free these little sections and repeat on the other side. Because that's the middle. And then is this where from there I sew one... Why do I keep... Oh, Jesus. Keeping track of all of these little pieces is going to be a challenge. Let me... Trim, triminy, trim, triminy, trim, trim, true. I snip my threads. How about you? We all do. Oh my god, a travesty to quilting. Right, yeah, that's me. We only apply improper trims are us. Oh, actually, let me... Sure, there was a seam there. I didn't, like, miss that whole thing. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, right, because then I add the square. How does this work? Yeah, and then do some this and do some that. Oh, no, but I need to... open up the same way, so you need to look like this, but over here. I think we're kind of in the home stretch of this first block. What is this? Month 5, block number 2 from The Stars Around the Garden. Oh, I get it, because there's a flower applique, and these are different versions of star blocks. You figured it out. Ellie, less difficulty equals follow directions. I think we're past that point, though. You're right. We have great difficulty in following directions sometimes. We don't like directions around here, except for Mr. Singer. And, well, even then, sometimes his directions are just merely suggestions that we pretend we think that maybe we should follow until we say, Mr. Singer, you can go fluff off. So if I get to here, okay, let me jump around because I don't know, because blocks. So this goes here, and then okay, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Does it? Okay, yes. So I'm gonna do two like this and stitch these ones down, and then I'm going to take the other two, add the little block sections to the end, and then apply those henceforth. Pins and seam allowance. We said it before and we'll say it again. If you see a pin, it's because I really need it. If not, who needed it? You don't need no stinking pins. Oh, I also didn't need those directions anymore. I think I can. I think I can. Oh, hey, doggos. Distracted by dog. Okay, so then next I'm gonna get one of these other ones, and then I this piece like that. Do my back stitch. Yes. Basting is for cooks, not quilters. Oh my god, so good, so good. Allie, we don't like direction around here, except oh right, I got that one. God. The dog's just walking around here, all coyotes. Oh man, I do miss every once in I don't get to hear often enough the sounds of coyotes singing in the nighttime. What a sound that is. Hey, Pooper Duper, I just have. Why don't you sing? They look like family pets. They're so well fed. Oh my goodness gracious. Do you have the problem out there with the white-tailed deer with the tuberculosis? Because I hear on the West Coast you got to be careful with the wild venison because tuberculosis. Hey, Pooper Duper. All right, I'll have a sip of coffee. It's a good thing Allie made sure that we moved our rows over because we can't have sewing disaster or flower disaster. You are not as good of a mesmerer. Okay. What? Your butt's in my way. I might be able to sew, but you're like literally your butt. Again, I keep trying to wear my coffee like a coffee mustache, and I don't really care for that. Oh, oh. Being a I'm getting beaten up at my own show. You are beating me up, dude. Oh. Okay. Move these pieces around while let me move these pieces around while I still can. Okay, so there's most of a poorly stitched thing. These blocks are huge. What are you doing? Ow! Did I do that right? Well, too late now. Just gonna go with it. We'll just call it consistency. And the amount. Wow. Fascinating to me how these blocks seem to grow or shrink depending how much they're cut on the bias and how many of the different little pieces there are. I'm just kind of like pretending that these sections are sent. I'm finding the center of the most wonky one. Laying it up. Oh, snacks. Yes, they do love you. Oh, Bumbles. I'm gonna go with they love me sometimes, but really it's mostly snacks. I Yeah. All right, boys. Let me finish these last couple of seams for this first quilt block from this quilt kit, and I'll open up the snack sack. We're so close to being done. I've got those squares to stitch, and then those last strips to apply, and then a block will have been made. It's mostly snacks. You don't need, I don't need, my ego doesn't need that much petting. I know. Actually, no. What did this new phrase that I heard today, aura farming? Can, can somebody, I need some tending. Can somebody help come farm my aura? What the fluff does that even mean? I just don't understand. Okay. Oops, maybe I also shouldn't pull too much. They are not terrible. Bless you. They're kind of funny in my head. I like. Oh, Phoenix, what the? This. Uh, Let me just unpick that. That's a weird. Yeah, what are these fabrics? Some. Oh, there's so many cute colors. Some fabrics that they aren't even used. What? Mm, Bound to the Prairie by Kansas Troubles Quilters for Moda. I guess these are Moda fabrics, maybe? Are these all the extra ones? Look at all these extras. This flannel is so soft. I wish I had a whole bunch more of this because that. I know, I don't know what crap feeds Aura. I don't know what to look for on the farms. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know what manure needs to be added. Why This feels like fabric that we have or that I've looked at. Maybe it's just because that this print is a historically inspired one. I'm not gonna. Don't forget everything on the make. If you forget the phyllo dough, I'm gonna have your hide. The puff pastry. Make sure that you get. You. Well, it's in the. You better come back with it. Don't be making those faces at me. I don't. It might be a cash cur. I think so. Yes. There was so many more interesting fabric choices in this kit. Why did they choose the one? Well, look at all these great strips of fabrics that I can have. Oh, Phoenix, there's that horrible spot where you sewed the layers together. I guess maybe I'll go out on a limb and say most of these are Moda fabrics. I have no idea. They do, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Oh, this thistle one just gets me going. Yeah. Gifts from the mummers because somebody started this project, didn't finish it, donated it to the secondhand craft store, where it then cummed to me. I need to unpick this because I stitched all the too many layers together. Oh, that was definitely some questionable. Ah, tartan and thistles, Scottish. Okay. Got our. Yes, historical Scottish tartan quilts in this garden. Stars around the garden. Quilt kit. That's stitches. Yeah. Was that the yes. It was exactly the opus of Darth Manuel. I know it's so funny doing this like Celtic. This is so not my people's. Where's the reds and the blacks and the golds? Though the Slavs, there's thistle motifs there too. All right. Now that these blocks are gigantic. Said that already. Did I? Phoenix, why do you keep losing pieces? Let me just attach these ones before I lose them. Somewhere next to me, there's two more squares. I'll find them. I'll find them. Ay. Everything's sounding up. Wow, I am just hyper vigilant and I am just hyper in all the wrong ways this morning, but maybe that's called extra coffee that I probably didn't need. But you know what? Sometimes coffee, more coffee. And I had hid treats And then Dove was like, I was looking for something. So I found where you had your hidden stash of cookies. And I was like, oh, at least he didn't find the hot honey fudge, which has also been relocated. So if you did find it and snuck some, that was your last piece. Not that you're listening to me anymore. I'm not sharing anymore. Since my parents stopped making Chex Mix last year, I can't hide that for myself. Okay, so then I can sew this to here. That goes where? And somewhere close by, I have two more of those. Where's... And I need to find them and then figure that out. Oh, right. I don't care, Ellie. You hope the quilt police don't see the non-press blocks being made pirate style. Yup. I've been finger pressing. Good. You left a throw off of the real stash, the fudge. Yes, I did. I was like, I will share a lot of snacks, but sometimes you just need to have one that you've stashed away just for yourself. And this year, the winner is hot honey fudge from Trader Joe's. I know, look at all me not pressing with the steam iron. I'm trying to be like not the worst about thinking about how these seams all lie, but you know what? Love it. I will fluff it real good. But the way these were cut, and funnily on the bias, and then with my wonky stitching, there's... If this turns out even sort of square to whatever size it is, I'm going to be impressed. Okay. I'm gonna just open it up and just give it a quick little finger press. See, block pressed. We're not gonna look that somehow there's a... It's not a hole there. It's just a trick of the light. Now, as soon as I find these last two corner blocks, cats might be getting snacks, but right now, not yet. This way. I had them. I touched them all. They're on the floor next to me somewhere. I'll find them. Then we'll open up the concession stand. The only hard part now is that I think I would have snacks, but I left them in the other room because I didn't want Dove to find them. I really want a piece of fudge now that I've been talking about it so much. Oh, it can be somewhat squared up at the end of the block. All right, perfect. And I don't... Who really is gonna look? All right, where... Okay. it! Ha ha! Found him! And then the treasure chest block from the Stars Round the Garden quilt will be completed. We are in the last 3 seams, or so it appears, or so it seems. Phoenix, that was not even really punny. Oops. I think my hands are getting warm enough I can take my braces off. And I also have a safer place for my teacup, so that's good. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Allie. So it seems. So it seems I think I might have actually followed the directions and did a thing. That was not terrible. Only however many more left. Oh my god, what? Your face is so big, you need to claw onto the other thing to hold you. Little dude is so big that he needs a rest just for his head because his body takes up so much space. I just can't. Is this like a 12-inch block? I don't know. I guess I could get the ruler and check, but it's not really that big of a deal. Safe to say, these pieces feel huge compared to some of the same motifs we've done on the teenier scale. You boys ready for snacks? Yeah? You ready for snacks? Alright, let me just get this last row done. Let it sew, let it sew, let it sew. I'm mixing up songs. Oh my god, that looks so cute! Look at that! Wow! We did it! You know, from far, it's so funny. When I look at stuff up close, I don't always. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Then I hold it up to the camera and take a step back, and I'm like, you know what, Phoenix? You're not as shitty as you think you are. Oh man, now I can take a picture and send it back to the mummers. We sewed a whole quilt block from that quilt. And it didn't take that too long. You want some snacks? Yeah? Well, why don't you sing them a song? I'll get up. Go get your song. See, meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Come on. Well, get into your mark. Get to your position. Meow. Tell them. Go stay over there. Stay by your spot. Let me get ready for Jackie. Here, no, that's not your snack spot. Come on. Come here. Sing out. Sing. Sing your song. Okay. Here. Oh. Good job, boys. Oh, you need your claws clipped. Do ship. Snacky Pops, it's the cat ship. Snacky Pops, it's the cat ship. Ahoy, mateys! Don't show up in the poop deck yet. Ow! Okay. That's enough. Fluffers. Ow, can you stop throwing my stuff overboard like that? Thank you. Probably a good pressing will fix some of these stitching errors that I see up close, but one down. That kind of looks like, I think I followed the map. Oh, I should just double check, make sure this camera's where it's. How much are we showing? Yes. Oh, because I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, there's 14 blocks plus the center applique. And then I think there was choices of whether this border was all pieced or more appliqued. I don't know. I'll put the pieces. Well, right now we're just stitching the blocks. Because. All right, one done. Next. Oh yeah, I guess here's. Oh, did they like? Almost. And here's a color version. Picture of this quilt. Yeah. All right, Phoenix. I know, I need a snack. Exactly. Do I need to run to the other room and get my snackies? Can we just get this quickie one done? This block, I think, is mostly one of the only block that's actually mostly stitched. Let me salt the destructions and see what center block. Oh, this like literally. Yeah. I think this is the same. Okay. Go downwards, square up. It's like the cheater block and somebody like, wow, huge seam allowances. And mine are so narrow. These are like proper fat quarter inches as opposed to my like scant quarter inches. All right. But this, whoever started this block did some impressive pressing. That's all right. Our blocks will be just fine. Oops. If our sewing tension is correct. he better come home with puff pastry because I can't have brie wrapped puff pastry if he doesn't bring me back the puff pastry. It's the whole reason I wanted the brie. I know you're like Phoenix. You could have gone to the grocery store with him. Yeah, no, I know. But the answer is no. He refused to leave the house today. Bad enough, I'm probably gonna have to leave the house tomorrow, and I'm not interested in that either. Oh, we are grumpy. We are bitchy at the Fish and Butch today. It's alright. It's my soul, and I can bitch if I want to. Still haven't asked the mummers if she bought any of these things because she expects me to make them and still send them back. Don't know, but sorry. Oh, this is so fast. We did this one. Oh, that's right, Phoenix. Because you didn't. Ooh, 2 blocks done. I don't feel like humming today. Okay. Done. Alright, one. Look at that. Somebody did some beautiful stitching. I cannot lay claim to most of that handiwork there. I fluffed that up, didn't I? This goes on the other side. Those little blocks were supposed to go on the outside. Well, we've already started to uncut it, so might as well. Might as well fix it now that we've gotten this bare. Yes, but this block was mostly put together and I'm just finishing it, and then I realized I fluffed it up. So this is a quickie block because it was mostly done already. Like I had there was all of 6 seams that needed to be done. And because I'm feeling funny, I'm unripping. Let me get this on the side it's supposed to be on. Because this looks like it's called a winding ways block, and we wound in the wrong direction. We went clockwise instead of counterclockwise. And then we can start a new block. Are we done ripping this out yet? Okay, thank God. All right. Now, these little blocks are supposed to go to the corners when I open it out. There we go. Yeah, I feel like I cheated on this block because it was already practically done. And I just get to admire somebody's beautiful pressing and ginormous seams. All this like corner clipping and fancy trimmings and stuff. People do this, don't they? all the tips on these little triangle blocks all like snipped and fancy. Ay, ay, ay. Well, never. Alright, there's this cheater block. It's not a cheater block, Phoenix. Just because it came to you mostly done doesn't mean anybody cheated on it. Then we'll go and pull out another one. There, oh, Ellie, there was a UFO quilt, and the news here 2 days ago was 125 years in the making. Did I think I heard it's, yeah, yes. Exactly. Maybe these are, it's possible. Don't think so, because I think Moda is a new fabric company, but definitely inspired. But I'm pretty sure that quilt, that ancient UFO, really was, yes. Just double checking. I wonder what it felt like under the hand, all the different fabrics from that quilt. Oh, finished it, and then nobody else gets to touch it. All right, then we'll dig our hand into the pile and pull out our third block. Guess I'm glad to have gotten this kit because I would never, I don't think, I can't see myself like making bed blankets like this all the time. No, because we haven't even finished the other one. I need to backstitch. Still have to finish the one I did, yeah. Only the block, the patches is fun though. I do like this. I like. And with that, two blocks done. Done. We are not good with our speakings. All right. Number 2. Did I do this wrong? Why does this look retarded? I did. Oh. Oh God. You know what? I fluffed this up and I just don't care. Doesn't matter. Oh, whatever. All right, something's wrong with this block. Whatever. It's done. Next. Maybe I'll actually, you know what? I'm not gonna unpick it. I don't care. Refer to the manual. Yeah. Those destructions were like, yeah, the dirt. I think I made an error in where I sewed the little. I'm throwing stuff overboard. Doesn't matter. It's done. A quilt show it will not be entered into. I am just spilling coffee all over my mouth today. Oh my God. Yes, clean yourself up. Okay, and this is The old-fashioned star. Okay, so it looks. Ah, yes, now I remember how I. These ones. Let's see here. She must have cut something funny. So narrow seam this top block. So somebody must have been a little not quite careful in their cutting for these two pieces. But I think I'm gonna start with the outside. Thanks for the note, ma'am. Okay, so here's the corner sections. Okay, you figured it out for me. Ellie says the two middle ones need to be rotated, but it's done like a nun at an AC/DC concert singing Highway to Hell. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. 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 It's just a little unpicking between friends. Think of how proud Mr. Singer would be. Oh, I know. I know, because this is the one that came mostly done, so the least I could do is unpick it and make sure that it got stitched correctly. But yeah, because this is the right way. This needs, yeah, this, all right, let's, don't tell anybody I did this. This never, ever happened. I don't want this getting around that we do all this unpicking sometimes. Because I need to unpick this and then I need to unpick the sides and rotate the middle motif and restitch everything. I need my Forgetto wand so that people don't see me do this much unpicking in one episode. I never unpick this much. Highway to hell. On the highway to hell. All right. This is why I'm not a don't do these too often. All right, because now I need to take off these corner squares. I think I'm only doing this because this block was pretty much all put together. I had so few seams to finish it. So somebody like cut just about everything out, got everything started, and then just did not get finished for one reason or another. But I'm gonna go out on a limb based on what I'm observing from the handwriting on the note, this note to herself, that she was not a spring chicken. Such nice handwriting, not like me. All right, let me stitch this one that's right here. Then I will go back and get the block fixed. Okay, so let me make sure I get this right. So the pointy part needs to go down like here. This goes here. Take next. Ow! That hurted me. Don't touch stuff, Phoenix. Alright, let's get this block all fixed and no, it sews better if we put our presser foot down, doesn't it, boys and girls? And the cats have got. I need to dust my machine. There's cat fur everywhere. Okay. There, we're in the correct orientation now because sometimes with quilting, orientation matters. God, we did. Yeah, I think we've said that joke twice. Is that really a joke? Not really. It's just a true thing in quilting, isn't it? But now, did hear it. Oh, Allie, I thought this was going to be all bread and circuses. Now your brain hurts with the maths. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm glad I didn't have to cut out all of these squares, all of the pieces, because this is not the container you're looking for. I'm gonna need to wind some bobbins later. Yeah, that's partly why I'm figuring if I'm going to actually make this a quilt, which I've decided I'm probably not, because I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna cut those last two blocks. I don't need to then. And the thread ran out. There we go. Yeah, no, not too overcomplicated maths. Just thinking if I need 3 yards of ruffled, no, I need 2 yards ruffled. I should cut 8 just to have extra, and then what I don't use for that, then I will have saved for all of the trims we're gonna make. Oh, yes, Allie the maniac that cut also sewed that wrong and which set you up to fail. It's all her. No, I'm not. She didn't make me stitch it wrong. That was completely me. Though that is impressive. These quilting people. All right, now this block is correctly correct. Two quilt blocks. On to number trees. The old-fashioned stars. All the cutting. I don't know how Jess and all these quilting people, I don't know how people do this. The stitching is like very questionable. The stretch on this orangey goldish toned one is crazy. 100% cut on the bias and not on the straight. I haven't changed anything, but those seams really want to be all wrinkly and ripply. Yeah, I think somebody gets me quilt kits, I will put together do the piecing as far as like thinking about making like quilts. No. Are we going to do oodles more patchwork of in the garment making flavor? 100%, but all right. 4 blockies stitched. Unless, how do you think that the mummers actually wants this blanket back? It's done. Still haven't asked if she wanted any of those projects back after I stitched them. It would almost be funnier if I did make them all up and then just sent them all back. Oh, yay. Okay. Okay. Now that I've done the very outside, let me go the very inside. That we've learned that silly hat technique. We gotta make our house and then sew the sides. I'm really looking forward to getting back to making clothes for myself. Because, of course, we need new things. Gotta figure out, should we work on something new and shiny? Actually, no, Phoenix. We're gonna finish our ornamentation and get one of the last things from our 2025 relics pile stitched. How few UFOs can we have going into the new year? Can we get most of our stuff done and just start from scratch, start afresh? I think I can. I think I can. And again, because we're not complete, we do finger press. Just don't believe in irons. Hello, hello. The cats were crazy. How are you today, Relax? I hope things are good. I know, Rumble, you guys are the best workers and lurkers over there. Oh, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're working on our Christmas project. Yeah, the cats are sleeping. They were complete terrors earlier. Trying to knock over my roses. Oh, you know what? They're not being troublesome right now, so let me... The last of the winter roses. Oh, you are trying to relax. Exactly. It's in the name. Yeah, I wish I'm kind of... Where's my words? I don't want to have to work tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure I have to, so I'm just trying to not thinking about tomorrow today. You know, I think this was the last rose out in the garden. I cannot believe I've had my rose bush, this bush in particular, bloom into December, but not this late into December. Oh, you know what my problem is? You've got cats instead of the prop. Oh, no. Oh, I will not be taking any of your shenanigans, Greg. Cats are the superior... I'm not getting it. I don't have the energy for this fight right now. I have just never lived with dogs, don't understand dog language, and some of them just scare me. I am scared of most dogs. It is the truth. Oh well. Yep, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I just know which four-legged furry creature I prefer to wake me up in the morning, goes meow and not bark. Some of us, I don't know. Are dogs afraid of cats? Relax. I don't know. Don't know. I just want to stay home and sew tomorrow. Can I have the whole week off? Oh, you're a dog lover, but come on. You don't need to be. We know at the circus, the far superior animal act is the cat act. Okay. Oh, the stretch on this fabric is just terrible. Oh, relax. Maybe it's just the cats in the alley. Oh, all the singing from the alley cats. Something is not... Oh, you're not in the right slot. That's why you're being funny. That's why my stitches weren't good. As if any cat could... I know, you keeps trying to... Your picture, that your doggo is a cute one, but... I pulled up the picture of your doggo before. Not today, good sir. I'm not smart enough with the direct RTMP to be able to... I'm not fancy enough right now. Now I have to think. I think I fluffed up these blocks. Whatever. Just to Greg, exactly. Oh. All Samoyeds look nearly identical. Oh, that's good. Oh, they're just giant white fluffs. All fluff. All fluff all the time. That's what I think. I know. Did you get your stuffy animal all put together? Those were the 1, 2 tree. Did I throw a piece overboard again? I did. So losing my... All the pieces are getting lost and confused. This is why we sew garments and not quilts. You're a Greg. No, you're a Greg. No, you're a Greg. David Hume. Oh, philosopher Hume. Hume and Locke and all those guys. Greg is gonna get you in trouble, or I don't know. You're gonna get yourself into trouble, I think. You're not. I'm staying out of this fight. I don't even know why I'm reading chat right now. You guys can fight amongst yourselves. I can't deal with that right now. We're here for this exactly. Oh, okay. We have to follow the directions now. All right, I've got this done. The corner squares, I stitched those. The side squares is... Oh, right, because it's... Now I sew... Because this goes... Hold on while Phoenix tries to follow map directions. It goes like this. And like that. Sure. No? Yeah. Okay. I think that's right. No fight. Right. There's no fighting. No fighting at the circus. We all have to figure out how to get along because this ship show needs to put on a good performance to the best of our ability. We can't be having any bickering. I don't have the energy for that, boys and girls. Hard enough that we're trying to figure out how to follow these map directions. Is that... Yes. We're gonna just... Yeah, we're just doing it. I'm just diving right in. Do I have the camera in the right spot? Okay, there we go. Yeah, we are failing at camera angles today, but whatever. Whatever. I was running late, doing this, doing that. Right. Dove asked me again. He's like, are you okay? Do you want to do your show? And I'm like, of course. What else are we gonna do? Not be consistently disastrous and pretend that sometimes we know how to sew shit. Okay, the fourth one is overboard. Doing all these triangles. 1, 2. Don't lose the pieces. Okay. All right, Phoenix, just so. Why am I having brain farts? I can do this. Keep playing Sudoku. Oh, you're playing Sudoku. Good. That'll keep you busy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Allie, for making sure that the camera angles and angels are not the shittiest. Ugh. I can only do so many fancy things at one time. putting together these blocks is this is like we are doing puzzles. I'm just trying to make sure as I stitch each of these little pieces that everything's in the same orientation. Wow, we are such good background noise today. We can't even speak. We be stitching, all the stitching, we be stitching and bitching and yay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, relax. And Phoenix, tell me to shut it whenever you think you're being obnoxious. I know. No, if somebody's being trouble, I know where the mute block and the kick out buttons are, and it's my show, and if I feel like I need to bounce somebody, then it will happen. Don't you worry. Ah, when the time comes, I'll stitch with a dash of bitch. Yes. Stitch with a dash of. Those are some questionable thread tensions. I'm so glad I did not need to cut all of these pieces out. Nothing is, I didn't say I was doing it. No, there's nothing wrong. Today is fine. People are, oh, yes. Ellie's staying away from the maths, botany and sewing, not lobotomy and sewing. Har, 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 har. Correct. Oh, this one's come together stupid fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I open this up and stitch it some more. Is that right? This is not... No. What? Okay. Here's the map. Lay out the pieces. Okay, there's the centerpiece. So then this piece goes here like this. And then... Oh. They do fit like this, but this is not this shape. But if it just needs to be a square, does it matter? I'm not... Fluff it. I'm doing it this way. I'm not unripping all of these. They're gonna fit. It's gonna be fine. I'm done unpicking these quilt blocks. No more. Unpicky. Gonna go together and it's gonna be fine. Wow, it's a good thing this is my sew and I get to be grumpy if I feel like it. How can I be grumpy? I've got a rose from my garden in front of me and it's the end of December. Grumpy I cannot be. Sewing super shitty. That done. Okay. I'm still not quite sure how I don't really care. It's gonna be fine because then this. No, I can't. Okay, don't jump the horse before the cart. That's not how that turn of phrase goes, does it? My gosh, I did not know because I didn't watch it this year that, well, that Amazon owns the rights to what did they completely utterly fluff up? Oh God, brain fart. The one with the bell. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Yes. I am going to sing the Mario Brothers theme. Oh, thanks, Ellie. I can make a square peg to fit a round hole with a sledgehammer. We can always square it up nice at the end. Yeah, I guess that has. I don't understand. For some reason, I feel that this. It doesn't matter. These blocks fit together. There's something not quite right, but yeah, that's the thing. I haven't played that game in ages and a day. Was never very good at it, and for some reason, it's just been stuck into my head for no good reason for 2 days now. I'm like, okay. Well, and our stitching is just getting more and more questionable. Oh, what? Oh. Well, that's pile of poop. Let me try this again here. I'm just gonna sew. Yeah. Phoenix, stop looking at the map. It doesn't matter. You went off-roading on this one, and it's just. I made up my own block. Now, stitch. Oh, yes. Because bent straw far superior to straight straw. Greg, hey, oh, you want some video game music that will stick in your. I'll have to check that one out later. I don't understand with the new. With the way I'm streaming, I don't know how to pull up stuff and be fancy anymore. Just, oh man, I am just not a game person, and I know if I'm Box Toccata and Fugue in D minor, that is a good one. Oh, come on, I know this one. Mm. Let me get back to sewing because I'm a terrible button pushing show, but stitching sometimes this we can do. So today we are not doing. But oh, come on, come to my head. I played that. Oh, that one's not. That one. Oh, Phoenix, you are not really good with your words right now. All right, because pieces. Wow. And that there's a different rendition of Toccata and Fugue for folks who are fancy button pressers. Because today I don't know how to push the buttons. Actually, it is probably somewhere in OBS, but just get confused. Too many buttons. Too many boutons. Not bad. We're on our. I think we'll have 3 full blocks stitched up in a pretty soon here. Then we can get back to sewing trim, getting bodices done, figuring it. Oh, doing some maths and some pattern adjustments for new corsets because I took my measures and the ones that I have are literally my waist measurements, and I don't not need a whole bunch of waist reduction, but the ones I have are providing absolutely zero currently. And I'd like to be a little bit more illusion of hourglass shaped. That is not for right now, because I've got to do all sorts of shop my stash, get prepared. You know, I was seeing that I kind of liked the notion of, actually now that I'm going to have some extra baggies, there's all those different, like, all the subscription boxes, but wouldn't it be fun if you have enough of a stash to shop your own stash and make your own little monthly subscription box to open up and see what treasures with, like, everything all planned out. So I was like, that was kind of cute. I trying to figure out which 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let me retrieve that piece in front of me. Actually, do I? Okay. Ow. Okay. Oh, let me make some sense of my words because I'm kind of. We are unhinged, unseamed. Don't be unseemly, Phoenix. Okay, where is the center? Do 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 do. This looks some questionable things. It's alright. It's my block, and I'll stitch it how I want to. It's my block. What is even happening? Oh. Sure. My picture looks like this picture, right? It's alright. Just lie to me and type, of course, Phoenix, you are the best at sewing. Don't lie to me like that. I don't need to, my ego doesn't need to be farmed like. There's no amount of compost anybody can lay on this ego to farm something fantastical at the end. Only questionable stitching choices here on this day. My brain still can't get over hearing the possibility of 30-foot waves on Lake Ontario. It is not the ocean. And there was huge waves on all of the Great Lakes. Mind blown. Can't believe it. Mm. All right, I'm just quadruple checking because the likely. Oh, no. The other ones are up and out, so two and all right. I am not being orderly. I'm just doing a stitch from this piece of it, a stitch from that piece, pretending that I know I'm organized as to where the fabrics are supposed to be lined up. So we're not always great with projects where orientation matters. Sewing quilt blocks means you need to be oriented in the correct ways. You're not really good at talking today, Phoenix. You're. Trying to make sure they all look equally horrible together. It's bad enough I'm gonna shame myself into getting out my iron later and like doing all this pressing, but I'm not there yet. Who knows? Maybe I won't really iron them all. I haven't decided. It's getting. I'm so distracted today. Oh, God. Distracting and sewing super. Alright. Let me get this block done. We are. Can't sew a seam to save our life right now. Oh, shit. Oh, fluff her face. Alright. Where's the... Okay. Out tonight. No, that's not what I want either. I want to get this block done. And I'm gonna get up and run around. And try to avoid tomorrow being Monday for as long as possible. Okay. Well, we are so close to having three whole blocks done. Again, I will say, if somebody, I don't mind putting your pieces together, but please just drop me off the cuts. Pieces already cut and ready to sew. Don't make me do all this cutting. I definitely understand now why quilting, there's folks who do, there's the people who do the quilting, and then there's folks who do the piecing. Okay, that's it. Too many mistakes. Something's not right. Oh, it's folded. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. You guys have been great. I am starting to come apart at the seams and not pay attention, and I have done more unpicking in today's show than I like to admit that I ever do, which means I'm not paying attention, and not for good stitching does that make. I'm better than this, so I'm gonna go eat some of my hot honey fudge while nobody's here to see where I have hidden it. So I know that it won't be gone all in one sitting. But, alright, let me finish on ripping this out. Alright, you guys have been great. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. Yes. No, I'm gonna go pet my cats and go run around. All right, everybody, I will be back on Wednesday at 3 p.m. because consistency matters. I show up when yes, I show up. All right. I'm going to say TTFN, you have a great week. If you're off, awesome. If you have to work like I do, sucks to be us, but so wells. All right. Can I end the show? All right, I'm ending the show. You guys be awesome. Do some exercise. Have some fun. I'll be back. All right.